that the young people at risk, the widows, the aged, and most especially the orphans are all help. What we do at Jumoby Foundation is that we source out people that really need this help and help them to build up their innermost potentials through our foundation. And one other key thing we do in Jumoby Foundation is that we help young people in business to be able to incline tech into their business. So the future is not just you being a fashion designer. How can you implement tech into your fashion? That's what the foundation is all about. So we are not the regular foundation, the chef food, the given. We do that, but then we are more focused on young people putting tech, because the future now, as we all know, is tech. So we are in between having young people, their business and their orientations inclined into tech. That's what we usually do. And we would really appreciate if you want to sponsor, support what we do, because we're not just, we just have the idea. We need people to come together and help us push out what we do. That's just it. Thank you very much again.
The addition that we have to it is the guide for the $5,000 to the Lumelu grant, which we'll also touch on today. I will use one person as case study for the grant application. I myself I'm a Lumelu fellow. We got the grant and we've helped quite a number of people to get it. And this year I'm hoping that we'll be able to help 1, 2, 3 people thereabout also access the grant. It will be my joy, really. Once you get it, you can't get it twice. So I can't say I want to get a gift for myself, but at least based on our own experience, we can guide people. And January is gone, so we basically have February for the application, because the application will close 1st of March. So we basically have the whole of 28 days left for the application. So I will use one person as case study for the application today. I will choose whoever I want to choose, and then I've promised that everybody that attend today who have a business ongoing for themselves or who have an idea of business they want to do, I will make sure everybody applies for Tony Lumelu grant. I'll make sure everybody applies for Tony Lumelu grant. So, but time, won't permit attending to everybody today to go through the application, because I want to precisely offer hands-on, like one-on-one guide on the application. So I know I will do one for one person today, but if time permits, we can add one more if we have that time. If not, I'll give everybody numbers. I'll give everybody numbers and slots, and then I'll let you know which day I will be available to run your registration, so that you can come to the hub and we can have it run for you. But everybody that attends today must apply for Tony Lumelu grant. It's a must. It's a must. Everybody, except you don't have any idea in your head for business, or you don't have any business at all, or you are not called into business. You are in business, you are fighting, because the grant is basically for entrepreneurs. So that's it. 2 things we want to achieve today: drill, talk, share about goals and growth. 2025 is not fresh again. January is only new. Happy now. This is the last day of the month. January is done. We have 11 months left. Before you close your eyes and open it, December is here. December is here. So I believe it's going to be an interesting session. How many people have goals here? And swing life. You know what they call swing it? Like, January is on February in bold. But on February, je my love. I shall love it. You just push it. And that's how like 90% of people, that's how they actually push through life. Really, there's no concrete goal like, oh, in February, this I want to achieve, this I want to achieve. Okay, now when I say in February, that's a short-term goal. There's nothing, there shouldn't be a short-term goal, there should be a long-term goal. So your short-term goals are what you do to achieve your long-term goals. Yeah, but people don't, and that's why I had to start with that question: how many people have goals here? And of course, not everybody raised up their hand. At least I appreciate the fact that you did not lie, because if everybody has raised up their hand, I would have asked everybody one by one, what's your goal? Maybe we'll still get there, sir. At least it's part of the goal drilling. Yeah, so it's essential to have goals, because the difference between people who make astonishing results in life and progress and those who don't is goal setting. Let me take it this angle. The difference between people that make progress in 2024 and people who don't make progress in 2024. The difference. Okay, so there's goal setting, because not everybody really set goal for year 2024. I did. Did I achieve all my goals? No. Did I achieve some of my goals? Yes. But I was conscious enough to know that, oh, I achieved some, I did not achieve some because I set them in the first place. But you lose track of achievement when you don't even have anything in sight or in view. You don't even know. It's like financial. Let me even take it from what is relatable to everybody. If you have a goal for monthly income, here, can I see your answer like, oh, this month, this is their month I want to make, or that I'm expecting, that I hope to. Anybody here like that, like financial goals? Okay, I see 2 hands, but we are like 10 here. I see only 2 hands. It's important. I write my financial goals down. I have it already for the month, but I rewrite it with pen and paper every day for a reminder. I rewrite it every day. So imagine you don't have a financial goal. So you don't even know when you are getting closer to, oh, the kind of money you want to have, or when you are getting very far. You just know that, so you are just in the consciousness of lack and want, not in the consciousness of, oh, I want to achieve this financial goal this month, because you did not even set that goal. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people don't set goals. A lot of people don't set goals. It's worrisome, and that's the first thing that we need to fix for everybody here. It's important that you have a goal for 2025. Whatever that is. Success is relative. Meaning we cannot all have the same goal. And that's why we used to say that the sky is big enough for the birds to fly. There is enough in the world for all of us to have everything we want, because we really don't want the same thing in the grand scheme of things. Everybody don't want the same thing. And that takes care of scarcity or lack, in a sense. It takes care of it, addresses it. So, goal setting. You need to have a goal. You need to have an outlook for 2025. And because travel, which is our tech travel company here at Jumoby Hub, is the main sponsor of this workshop edition, this first edition. So I'll be making reference or quoting my samples from somebody who has a travel goal as references as I speak and as I move forward with the workshop today. And I hope at the end you have something to take away from this session, and especially something that will move your life forward. So when I say it's important that you set a goal, because we cannot be talking about dreaming it, planning it, and achieving it if you skip dreaming and you're talking about planning and achieving. So what are you planning exactly? Is the goal, is the dream that you have. So if you don't have a goal, then you are not in a position to have a plan. That's even another thing, another level to goal setting, to having a goal, because it's possible to have a goal and still not achieve that goal if you don't have a plan. We'll get there. So I have a lady called Ada by name. She's a young professional who dreamt of traveling abroad. She wants to relocate abroad with her family. But Ada was overwhelmed by quite a lot of things, which a lot of people are overwhelmed by. Number one, which country? I mean, a lot of people have come to the office here that wants to travel and have come to meet me that they don't even know which country they want to go. So that is even a worrisome situation for some people. Like, oh, which country? Is it Europe? Is it Gulf countries? Is it Australia or America? They don't even know which country. So that is very relatable to the case of Ada here. She has worries and anxiety, not just about which country to go, but also how much will it cost? Which route will I use? Visit, study, work, or the list are endless. Citizenship by investment or whatever. Which route exactly should I use? So Ada had worries, and there are many people here like Ada today who have a goal but have worries and anxiety of how will I achieve it in 2025? How do I go about it? What are the steps I will take to achieve this goal or this dream that I have? We'll get into it. This I have broken down into 5 key steps for us. So I'll run through each steps, run through the overview and the strategy that you can personally implement for yourself, in achieving your goals. Because my desire and the purpose of this session here today is that you are able to achieve your set goals in 2025. That is my desire for me personally and for everyone present here today. So today we'll be equipping you with mindset, strategies, and tools. Mindset, strategies, and tools to make 2025 a year of goal achievement for you. So, in case you are here, you don't have a goal, start thinking why this session is going on. And if you have a goal, good. We will get into the steps of accomplishment and achievement of goals very, very quickly. So like I said, I have 5 steps towards achieving goals. And number 1 of that 5 is breaking yourself free from limits. In other words, some people call it limiting beliefs, breaking free from limiting beliefs, or breaking yourself free from limits. So another way I can put limiting beliefs is the things that are holding you back from achieving your goals. We all have, it's not pertinent or pertain to just one person, or we all have things that will hold us back from achieving our goals, especially when it comes to limitations, mentally limiting beliefs, and this can come in different forms. Limiting belief can come in different forms, different shapes, different sizes, but it is your job as a person to make sure that you scale through your limitations and limiting beliefs, and let me use the word fight. Fight to ensure that your belief does not end you, like your limitations does not become your end, because there is more to everybody. But those who accept their limits are penned at what they've accepted. The acceptance of your limitation. The acceptance of your limitation is basically the end to your dream. The acceptance of your limitation is the end to your dream. And when we talk of limiting beliefs, let me list fear of failure. We have people who have goals, who have dreams, but the fear of, what if I do it and it did not work out? That fear stops them from doing it at all. What if I do it and it did not work out? Fear of failure. Because, if I try and I fail, let me not try at all. That's a limiting belief. And a lot of people are battling that. Like, a lot of people are drowned in fear of failure. Another, of course, that is very common is lack of resources. It's a limitation. It's a limitation. Lack of resources. I have a dream, like in the case of Ada that I mentioned in the beginning, who wants to travel abroad and relocate. Lack of resources can alter Ada's dream. How? If you want to, let's take UK for example. If Ada wants to go to UK to study in 2025, let's take Ada's dream. Let's bring Ada's dream to 2025. And how lack of resources can be a limitation on our dream. If you say 2025, I want to travel to UK to study. As we speak, the cheapest study tuition fee in the UK right now for April, May, August, September 2025 is £13,000. The cheapest that we can come by. I have a student that I applied for. She wants to travel with her family. We are talking about lack of resources as limitation. She wanted to travel with her family. I applied for them last year. The plan was for them to travel January. We've seen they have their £5,000, which is the tuition deposit. And they say, our budget should not exceed £16,000. So that one will be able to hustle when we get to UK and raise it and pay. So we got them something in that line. And then January, after we paid the school could not send them their cars. That's the document they need to apply for visa. We waited and waited and waited. The school said, it's late. We had too many students to give cars to, and we can't meet up with you. So what do? You have to wait till September, next intake. So they said, okay, we'll wait. Since we're already in the school system already, registered, paid school fees. Then the school sent an updated tuition fee just 2 days ago for September. You remember what I called their budget, £16,000, which they want. The school sent 24,000 pounds just 2 days ago. Lack of resources. Then you don't even think two times. Say, Jumoby, cancel the admission. Collect our money back from us. We cannot go. 24,000 pounds. You know how much 24,000 pounds is in Naira? Brief. A pound now is 2,065 Naira. Meaning 24,000 times 2 already with extra. That's like 40 something million. Or 43 million. For school fees, so 43 million. All of him are called place. That's school fees of 1 year, 12 months school fees. 12 months, 43 million. So limitation, lack of resources. If you don't have it, it will hinder that goal that you want to achieve. And resources are dynamic. It's not only monetary. You can lack human resources. Sometimes it's not money you need people. You need access to get a connection to a particular office, to meet somebody for a contract. It's not money, but people. But because you don't have those people, you miss out from the contract. So your problem in that situation is not money, it's lack of human resources. Some people lack wisdom. So you can lack wisdom as a resources too. And if you lack it, you suffer. Your dream suffers. Accomplishment become tough and problematic for you. So lack of resources. Then another very famous one, procrastination. This one is even famous than lack of resources and fear of failure. People can procrastinate. Say, I have goal. I have goal. Like for example, I know there are people in this place that have goal to learn driving. For example, they have goal to learn driving. Good goal. But they say, when are we going to start this driving training? They say, now we talk about limitations, lack of resources. If you want to learn driving, not having a car could be a limitation because that's the resources that you lack. So you have a problem in achieving that goal, first of all. But if you're able to overcome that, and then your next limitation becomes, I'll go for the training next Saturday. Then the Saturday comes, say, I can see Upper Friday. Then Upper Friday comes, then you say, I can see March. First week of March. Holiday man for March. Hello. Then holiday comes in March. You have to be everywhere. They say, we'll busy be. Ending of March. Now, procrastination can stop you from achieving goals. It's a limitation. And in fact, I would say 99.9% of people suffer from procrastination. In fact, most people never achieve dreams and things they really want to achieve in their lifetime because of procrastination. I will do it next week. I will do it next month. Let's do it next year. Soon. Until it drops dead. We keep procrastinating and pushing. So that I will call a self-inflicted limitation. Because if you have all the resources and procrastination is what is hindering you from achieving your goals in 2025, then you are the biggest problem of yourself in that scenario. If lack of resources is your problem as limitation, that problem might be a bit bigger than you in a sense, because you want to do it but you don't have access to the resources. So that can be bigger. But fear of failure, what if I do it and I fail? Procrastination, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it. That one is you being your own biggest problem in achieving your goals in 2025. So you need to pay attention to this. And I was making reference to Ada earlier, who wants to relocate abroad with her goals. So if Ada should say, I calculated the cost of study now, 40 something million. Hey, I don't have money. Oh. Where will I see money? Hey, if Ada should sit down to discuss our inability to have the money that is needed to access the resources needed to travel, they pay everywhere. How far? You said you are traveling this year. Yes, I want to travel. So what happened? How far have you gone? I don't have money. 43 million to study in Bongi theory. Where will I get that from? And if that remains the focus of Ada will not become. She won't travel anywhere. Why? Because she has embodied that limitation. She has embodied it. She has like personalized it. Yeah. So, how do you break free from limitations? How do you, as a person, overcome limits? It's very easy. It's nothing, because it's mostly a mental block. Mostly. Like fear of failure, procrastination. These are things that if you are mentally jacked, you will trigger yourself now. Yeah. Fear of failure. Yeah, what if I fail? Then I should not do it. Oh, well, let's fail, let's do it. The travel that we have today that is becoming what we want it to become gradually. When we wanted to start, I want to start travel company. Hey, do you know what's going on in Nigeria with travel agents? We travel this, we travel that. We hear things so. Hey, that's what is going on. Say, let's start it. Let's see it. What their eyes is seeing there, let us to go and see it. Fear of failure wasn't a problem in starting. That one has been long overcame. And there was no more time for procrastination because we were not ready. We were not waiting, or I was not waiting, I would say, for travel as a brand to arrive before I started the travel company. You know, it started as Jumoby Travels and Tours. That was how we kickstarted the company. Jumoby Travels and Tours alone in one room. If you are waiting, say, let's wait for when we have a perfect name, a perfect brand, color, logo, this, that, office, you will never achieve it. But then we started, just put my name, Jumoby Travels and Tours, let's just start. And then we have evolved, and today we have a brand. An international brand, I would say, because 70% of our clients and patronage now, they are not even in Nigeria. 70% of people patronizing travel are not in Nigeria. And none of them is asking, where did you start from? Is it one room or one shop? They don't care. So that's why you need to start anyhow. Say, I will start anyhow. I mean, just start. Just start. Just start. When I say that thing, I sound like a pastor. It's like when a pastor once saw, say. Hey. So, how do you extract limiting beliefs from yourself? Number one, identify them. Yeah, I see a lot of people are writing identify them, but that's not what I want you to write. What I need you to write is, what are your own limiting beliefs? Write them down. You know your goals, you know your dreams, and then what do you think has been limiting you? Lack of resources, procrastination, fear of failure, inaction, whatever it is, they are endless. There are a lot of them. Write it down. Then replace it with a positive word of affirmation. How do you do that? If your limiting belief is Procrastination, for example, which is like very common and popular. I want to do this thing, but I always move it to tomorrow, move it from tomorrow to the day after tomorrow, like that, like that. If that has been your own thing, then make sure you write every month. I mentioned earlier when I was starting about financial goals, when I was asking about financial goals, I write every day my financial goal for the year and other things I look out for. Like I write them every day. So meaning today is 30th of January 2025. Meaning I've written my financial goals 30 times already this year. It's down. It's in I have it on my table. I've written it 30 times already this year. And why do you do that? Because as human, it's difficult to track your goal if you don't program yourself consciously to remember what you want to achieve and to keep yourself in line of achieving that thing. And how do you consciously achieve that? How do you consciously do that? This is one of the ways. Write it out. Read it to yourself every goddamn day. Now, some people say, every day, you upload you like this. Why every day? Can't it be once in a month? Well, how important is your goal to you? If it's not very important, you can even do twice a year, writing and reading. If it's very, very important, see, you will do 10 times a day in writing and repeating it. It's all about the level of importance. How much, how well, how badly do you want the things you say you want in 2025? If you want it really bad, you will go extra mile to achieve it. You will do everything and more that is needed to achieve it. If it's important to. If it's important. So far I've written 30. Today is 30th. That's one per day. So that is your strategy. Write out your limiting beliefs. Rephrase them. So I was saying, if procrastination is yours, rephrase it. That thing you want to achieve that you've been procrastinating, write it down in a sheet of paper. I can do so and so today, and I will do it. For example, I see somebody was postponing learning how to drive. I can learn how to drive. Since you know procrastination is your problem, I am a good driver. I am a badass driver. That is affirmation to ginger yourself and rewind yourself, reprogram yourself to do the things you want to do, because procrastination is how, what's the word to use now? It's like inherent in you. Like it's easy to procrastinate than not to procrastinate. That's where I'm going. It's easy to procrastinate than not to procrastinate. So how do you counter what is easy to do? It's by choosing to do what is harder. It's by choosing to do what is harder. So rewind yourself, reprogram yourself, write it out daily. Write it out, not weekly, daily. Then let's move to number 2 quickly because of my time. I mentioned earlier, number 1, breaking free from limits, from every limitation. Number 2, think clearly in chaos. And that simply means overcoming your distractions and doubts. One of my favorite quotes that I love so much, that I printed it, I designed it, was, starve your distraction and feed your focus. Starve. Let hunger kill your distractions. Give more food to your focus. Because why? Distraction is abundance in life. There's enough. There's plenty of distraction everywhere. I mean, when I say everywhere, just step out to the roadside here. You will see a lot of dramas. A lot. Such that it's easy to forget what you as a person really and truly want. Very easy to forget what you as a person really and truly want. So making your focus a focus is essential to achieve your dreams in 2025. And the truth is that distraction will not go. They will always be there. They will always come. They will always be higher. Doubts will always be there, because it's not everybody that are doing things that you are seeing that has 100% assurance and conviction about that thing before they start it. People have doubts, but they staff the doubt in order for them to start and achieve that thing. So they know that I need more to achieve it. But let's start first. Let's see how we go. When we get to the bridge, we will cross it. You begin to hear things like that. You hear things like, when we jump from the roof, don't let's bother about which wings we will use to fly. When we jump, we will find our wings on our way to the ground. Epitomes of risk taking. And without these elements, nobody achieve anything big. Nobody. Without elements of overriding your doubts and starving your distractions, you will not achieve the things you need to achieve. You will not. Not even in 2025. The economy is tougher. It's more difficult. Like I used to tell the people who come to our office for travel inquiries, it's more difficult for you to achieve your dreams in 2025 than it was in 2024. It was way easier. If you are here, you have a travel goals. For example, I've told you that every example I'll be making will be based on travel, because this workshop is sponsored by travel.hub. If you have a travel goal in 2023 to want to go and study in the UK, all you need in 2023 as your tuition deposit is £1,000, £1,500, £2,000. That's like 2 million, 3 million. And once you pay that, the school gives you everything you need to get your visa. Then when you get to the school, we'll still get you tuition fee of £8,000, £9,000, £10,000. And you've paid 2,000 out of it. So you have 8,000 left to pay within 1 year. So it was easier to achieve your goal in 2023, because now in 2025, the same program, the same school, you need 5,000 to first of all put down now. How much is that now in today's naira? That's like 11-12 million naira compared to 2 million in 2023. So as people procrastinate and waste time, it becomes difficult, more difficult to achieve the things you want to achieve because of your time wasting tactics. So people come to my office. I was even telling people, like last December, let's see, by 2025, all this your I want to travel, but next year. By next year, it will become more difficult for you to travel. And that's why my wife was here in our office to see me 3 days ago. They came from Ondo State just to come and see me. They want to travel. The younger sister of the wife is in the UK already. She left in 2023 through work. For the travel with her husband, Aburo Niel, was 30 million naira in 2023. In Bayen, Egboen to why Atokwe wanted to travel along with, but they said, later. When they left my office, in fact, If I open my phone, I will show you the chart. For them to go through the same route that their sister used 30 million to go now, they need 35 million. Nothing less. 35 million flat. So procrastination is harmful to dreams. It makes it more difficult for you to achieve. Even, okay, let's leave UK. Even in Nigeria, let's come out to Nigeria. If you are a student and you have goals of dream of getting admission in 2023, school fees in 2023 is like, you need like 15,000, 20,000 per whether semester or so that they pay per session. If you are going back to, you know, like from 2024 into 2025, now you are paying 200,000 plus. Same thing, now it comes to 25,000 per session fee. Delay, procrastination. So it's important that in the process of achieving your goals in 2025, do everything within your capacity to crunch distractions and doubt, so that your journey will not be longer and difficult than necessary. Crunch distractions, crunch doubts in 2025 if you want to achieve your goals. Crunch it, destroy it. Let me refer back to Ada that I've been using as case study. Imagine, talking of distractions and doubt, Ada wants to travel. From the first point, we realize she has limitations from resources, lack of resources. Oh, it was okay, see. Now, imagine distraction adding to your problem of lack of resources. Every day she goes on Facebook, Instagram, checking people that are traveling. So, what about oh, what about people are vlogging, pictures, videos. We are at the airport. We are in Cairo now. We are in Italy. You will keep scrolling. We will not finish. So imagine her dad sitting down scrolling every day because she has a goal to travel. Then she starts scrolling on travel vlogs, people who have traveled. Now that does not in any way help her goal. It will bet more frustration for her and further delay, because there are other important things that she will have done, which I will discuss next. But distraction can take over basic necessities when it comes to achieving your goal. Distractions and doubts can take over basic necessities when it comes to achieving your goal. So, if there's anything I will say you should do as a strategy for this number 2 point of thinking clearly in chaos, overcoming distraction and doubt, it is the 3C formula. We call it the 3C formula of overcoming distractions and doubts. Number 1, C, cut, create, and commit. What are you cutting? Cut out distractions. Consciously, be intentional about it. I am available on all social media, me. When I say all, I mean literally all. You will find Jumoby on Facebook. In fact, you will find 2 Jumoby on Facebook. I'm the owner of the 2. Oh no, you had 3. 1 page, 2 profile. 3 Jumoby on Facebook. I'm the owner of the 3. You will see Jumoby on Instagram. You will see Jumoby on TikTok. You see Jumoby on Twitter. You see Jumoby on LinkedIn. You see Jumoby on YouTube. You see Jumoby on Pinterest. Making how many social media? I am everywhere online. But you will not see me online scrolling. But I'm posting. I will go, I will post. If I go to scroll, I know where. If I enter Twitter, Bram, I'm going to Danko speak. In fact, what? Oh, my phone is busy. I would have opened my phone, and because once I open Twitter and I click search, Twitter already know the person I want to go and see their post. ó máa gbórúkọ wọn jáde ní àwọn bíi mẹ́ta sí márùn-ún. Because these are the people that I know are doing things that inspire me, that I want to check, maybe daily, sometimes weekly. I check what they are doing, I check what the information they share. Mo ti ní one bẹ́ẹ̀ already. Dan Koi is there. He's my number one go-to on Twitter. YouTube, if I have to scroll, I have what I want to scroll. I know what I want to scroll about before I even enter the place. I know the information I'm looking for before I enter the place. And that is how I cut distraction, because entering any social media platform without a pre-planned purpose of why you want to enter that platform is embracing distraction. Because why? Opo, they are there for you. Once you enter, and you enter without a goal. In fact, sometimes you enter with a goal. When you open Instagram, you forget why you open Instagram. Because the first thing that pop up to you, your lele right. Photo when you enter, it means you go boss síbẹ̀. Another one has followed. In fact, if you not stroll it by yourself, do you know it will stroll for you by itself? You don't know. Are you sure you don't know that if you finish watching a video and you not scroll it, that what's next? By itself, it will scroll for you. I have another one. There's another one. If you know pussy say, oh yeah, that's the goal. Go on Netflix and watch the movie Socialize. It talks about the dopamine of social media, how people are wasting their lives and destiny scrolling. Like wasting full-time destiny just scrolling on TikTok. Before you know it, you scroll for 4 hours. But in your head, you are like, what happened 5 minutes ago? You know like, oh, you have 4 hours. You're on TikTok. So more, what 4 hours is? It's a lot. Do you know what people are achieving in 4 hours? God damn it. You use it to scroll on TikTok. You have scrolled your life away. Because if you scroll 4 hours every day for 7 days, a mathematician, 4 times 7, it's 28, Abby. Listen, you wake up in the morning. Now, we phone. We just scroll. Till every shoe without stopping. That's what you've done. If you sit on social media 4 hours a day for 7 days, and some people do it for a month. So imagine doing it for a month. You realize you spent 1 year scrolling. 1 year. What am I missing? 3C formula: cut, create, and commit. Cut out distractions. By fire by force. Anything that will try to do, cut it out. Be intentional about the cutting. Create clarity. Create clarity. What does that mean? This is what I want. This is what I need. This is the goal. Know what you want. Be sure about it that somebody wake you from dream. So what do you want to 2025? If I like TV, why my castle? You play like, like that thing you are having in your dream when they wake you. That is clarity. Like you are so sure, you are 1000% sure that this is what I want in life. If you are not there yet, you need to get there, because that is the level of clarity. That is how people become successful. Clarity. Every time I talk about success, I used to tell my friends, I said, it's too late for me to fail. Like, I can't fail a day. Not because I've arrived, not because I have everything I want, but because I'm at the level of clarity in my life that I know what I want too much that I cannot not have it. Wait, am I correct? I know what I want too much that I cannot not have it. It is impossible for me not to get it, because the clarity level is too deep. It's
long gone deep. So after you achieve the number one seed, what's the number one seed means? Cutting out distraction. After you do that, if you don't move to the next, which is creating clarity, you realize that you cut out distraction for more distraction to come. Because in life, how do you put that quote? You can't live in vacuum in life. Life above vacuum. That's it. You can't say, only me, I think I come and there. Anything. I don't want anything bad. Even good. I don't want inside, but I don't want it to be empty and neat and clean. Life above vacuum. It's not possible. Something must be there. And you don't have two options. It's either you control and determine what you put there, or the people around you put something there on your behalf. One will happen. You can't fight it. That's why they say life above vacuum. You can't have an empty space. Something will enter. Either you put it or somebody else put it for you. Either you put it or somebody else. So when you achieve cutting distraction, make sure you create what? Clarity. Know what you want. Be sure about it. What do you want? I say this is what I want, not another one. I'm sure dead about it. That is clarity level. You are not doubting it. You are not guessing. You know this is what I want to say in life. Clarity. Have it. Without this, people don't achieve great things or big things. They don't. They don't. And the number 3C is commit. Commit to small daily progress. Everybody in life who have achieved big things did not start in a big way. Nobody. Not even the Almighty Jumoby. He's doing refinery now. He's doing petrol. Everybody is saying, last time I went to Lagos, they were telling us, petrol, Jumoby the camera, about a petrol NPC. Yeah, experiment. Era petrol NPC. Era petrol Jumoby. And that's it, Jen, at the same time, get always back home. Petrol NPC now there. Petrol Jumoby is my share 1 hour. Despite that, it's the same quantity, which my experiment. So I had that the last time I went to Lagos. That you should buy Dangote, but Dangote is not going to drop into petrol. Dangote is selling salt, sugar, epo. Every big thing does not start big. So start with the small step, the smallest. Either want to travel to UK. Small steps to starting big things. Small steps to starting big things. Oh, this budget is high. 3 million, I don't have it. Small steps. Which other country offer lesser schools? You go on research. That is taking small steps, starting big things. Which other country does not cost 3 million, 20 million to travel to? That is taking small steps. I tell people all the time that. And that's my own personal philosophy. When I tell any client, when you want to travel abroad, you fall into 3 categories as far as I'm concerned. It's abroad. Abroad is abroad. If you travel out of Nigeria, you're abroad. Even if you're in Ghana, you're abroad. You're not in Nigeria alone. But I'm not even talking about Ghana now. My division is in 3 phases. Number 1, if you have 15 million and above as your budget, I want to travel out. The only money I have is 15 million, 20 million, 30 million. Come, let's talk. We will cook the UK, Canada, Australia, US. We can work something around that. If you say, oh, I have a budget of 50 million to spend, 20 million to spend, we can work US, Canada, those countries, those almighty countries that everybody wants to go. You don't have that kind of budget. But you don't say, 50 million, I'm going to tell you, if you are going to say, what do I know? You 3 million. Why you go through like 5 million, between 5 million and 8 million. First thing I will tell you is money. And I 5 million, one soon tire. So it's big money. It's not small money. However, first of all, forget US, forget UK. It's big money, but that big money will not carry you to UK. Forget US, forget UK, forget Canada, forget Australia for a tight package. Think Europe, think France, think Finland, think Germany, think Malta, think Austria. Those are European countries. Now you're 5 million, 6 million, 7 million. You can work something out of that. And then you now say, 5 million, okay? About time we were from our about money, about time in the way. 1 naira, you got. Where? No, I thought you got 1 naira. So if you don't fall to that category, 5 million, you need to do 5 million. You go to money by you. We are 3 million. You need to go, but we are not our husband. We are 3 million. 4 million. Who are 5 million? I'll tell you, okay, just you forget US, forget Canada, forget UK. In fact, forget France, forget Germany. Just think of Gulf countries. Be thinking Kuwait, Dubai, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. Think about those countries. That 3 million will take you there. That is taking small steps to reach it, because if you say it's 3 million you are, especially vanishing UK. I'm a demo tire aeroplane. No, 3 million. Hey, you want to know more? It's a 1 UK. I got a gamble. Hey, you are bad. 50-50. And your 3 million can become 500,000. And you still not get visa. That is 50-50. But instead of 3 million, look at Kuwait. Look at Oman. In fact, that 3 million will cover your accommodation when you will stay there. It will cover your flights that you used to travel. It will cover your feeding when you arrive there. It will cover your visa that you used to travel. The 3 million, the 4 million. If you not get there, say, I mean, like you do that, but let you work for 1 year, 2 years, gather money. Then in 2 years, okay, UK, France, because you gather money. That is taking small steps to doing big things. And that's how we need to approach everything in life. You have a big dream, look at the smallest way to start that dream. Travel is a big dream for me. But it did not start here in Jumoby Hub. A lot of people come here, they're like, wow, everything is big, everything is nice. You know, like, which of it is big? What is that dream boy I achieve it? This is still starting small for us, because of course we started small in one room, somewhere, and then moved here. And then from here we are moving to a bigger place until we arrive at that big space that will accommodate 1,000 staff. That's the dream. That's the big dream. But imagine I say, travel comes with you very $1,000 staff. You will be there anyhow. I cannot start small. Man, 1,000 staff there, I come and bury that corner and we go up. Nobody will know you. In fact, one staff you will not have. And that's what happens to people who dream big and want to start big. Small steps. And that is the last thing. Small steps. Small steps. Small steps. For you to achieve your goal in 2025, cut out distractions, create clarity for yourself, and commit to daily small steps. Daily and small is very important. Daily and small is very important. And next is set meaningful goals. I talked about breaking free from limits, think clearly in chaos. Now, set meaningful goals. Set meaningful goals. And that's it's deep and it's big because you say some people that have goals. Some people have goals that are annoying. Goals that are not even inspiring you. Your goal is not inspiring you. How will it inspire the person you are telling? Your own goal is not inspiring you, it's not gingering you. So imagine sharing it with other people. So make sure you set meaningful goals. And what exactly makes up a meaningful goal? I will say alignment. Alignment with your value and vision. That's what makes a meaningful goal. Alignment with your value and vision. Which still goes back to what exactly do you want? Who exactly do you want to become? These are the things that should direct the goal you set for yourself. Who do you want to become? What do you want to become? This should guide your goal setting. This should guide your goal setting. Alignment. Your values, your vision. So like I was talking about Ada, from the first point. Now Ada realized she didn't just want to move abroad, but she wants a good job for her relocation plan. She wants her family to have a good life abroad, then a good job. Do you know that more than 50% of people who relocate abroad don't have meaningful goals? And that's where the word jackpot came from. Technically, I don't even use that word. If you check our adverts, I hardly use that term. Because technically what jackpot means is running away. If you are running, gentleman sack, you go be mewa. Show my plan. If you are, he body and you can plan, Show my plan. Everybody don't go you can plan. Àwọn tó ń sáré orí ẹ̀ ló máa ń gbìyànjú sá, wọ́n máa gorí ẹ̀ sáré. Because people that are running away don't have time to plan. They just want to move, no planning. And that's the syndrome of jackpot. And that's why we have, if you know the number of people in the UK, in the US, in the almighty Australia and Canada that are suffering. You want to want Nigeria go, I think you want. Why? Because one jackpot or relocate. Relocation is sitting down to plan your travel. Jackpot is anything. So I don't. I'm not rocking. Not like this or what. People don't jackpot, relocate. So in the case of Ada, initially she was thinking over jackpot. I want to travel. I just want to move. But when you now sit down and say, okay, I don't want to jackpot, I want to relocate, then you begin to ask yourself more questions. Like, what route do I want to go through study? Do I really want to further my education? Why do I want to further my education? Why do I need a master's or the PhD? To become a teacher, a lecturer, a professor, or to still work with a company, or to start my own company? Why? Or do I just go for a work visa route instead of study? Or do I even go through visits? I see things, how they are, understand the situation, come back and make a better decision. It is when you are planning that you reason in this direction. People that want to jackpot don't think like that. Anything, kilo one leg, only be on salary. I don't get jackpot. But people that want to relocate, is it study that is good? Is it work? Is it visit? They will ask questions. So planning, proper planning will make you think deeper about your actions. Just like Ada in our case. So, and when you engage in proper planning, you begin to see what steps you need to take or deeper steps that you can take to better yourself in achieving those goals. So, in the in the setting meaningful goals, what can you do? I've told you the direction of what a meaningful goal should be. Alignment with your vision, alignment with your values, alignment with your passion. Make sure it's something you want now. Make sure it's something you will want 10 years from now. Else, you will work in vain. And then that's when you switch back to square one. Meanwhile, time is going. And then you notice you are 55. You are still dreaming. Not achieving dreams. Still dreaming. At 60, you are still dreaming. When you're supposed to be crowning your accomplished dreams. Lack of meaningful goals can cause that. How do you set meaningful goals? Now that you know the direction that you should go. There has been a formula that has been all time SMART. How many people know the SMART goal strategy? This formula has been here for a long time. SMART, S-M-A-R-T. It's a formula for goal setting that people have been using for a very, very long time. S, specific. Make sure you have a specific goal. Setting SMART. So the SMART is capital letter, S-M-A-R-T. And the S in the SMART is specific. Meaning, you don't have confusing goals. I want to do this, I want to do that. Maybe I can do this too. No, specific. This is what I want. You can also call it clarity. But specific. S for specific. M for measurable. When you achieve it, how will you know? Because you can set goals and you are working yourself and you achieve it and you don't even know you achieve it. Perfect example of somebody like that for me is Jumoby. Unmeasurable goals. They're just dreaming, they just want it. Ask him, when will you be successful? He cannot answer. He doesn't know. Have all the house in Lagos, have house in Abuja, have everywhere, child here, this, that, but no rest still. Also the pressure continues because they don't have a measurable goal. He does not even know when to stop. But a SMART goal will have a measurable goal. You know that, okay, when I achieve it, these are the signs I will see when I achieve this goal. When I achieve my goal, I will have gotten this, I will have gotten this, then I will know that I've achieved it. That's how you measure your goal. So make sure it's specific, make sure it's measurable. What's next? S-M-A-T, right? A, make sure it's achievable. Because now I have a goal that I want to make 10 million monthly in 2025. So I go. That kind of goal, I cannot have. I used to have monthly goals when I was working, when I was an employee. But I cannot have 10 million goal as an employee. It's not achievable. It's not a SMART goal. Because you know your salary. You know how much your salary is. Then you know the side hustle you are doing. How much it can bring you. You know the amount of time you have left to do side hustle. Then you say you want 10 million monthly income. How you want to achieve it? But as a business person who knows that your business has the capacity and the potential to produce so amount of money, then you set a financial goal based on the capacity of that business. Something that is achievable. That's a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, achievable goal, and how? Relevant. Relevant. Somebody saying, I have a goal to learn a skill in 2025. A skill that will make me plenty money in 2025. 2025. And I said, what is that skill? So I want to go and learn how to make candy. I want to learn how to make candy. Is it a goal? Yes. Is it smart? No. Because it's not relevant. Why? In the era, okay, let's start. Okay, I know that candle is used in some churches, but I don't think it's even every day. Like, Ola, do you use candle in your church every day? It's not every day. It's not, even people don't use every day. But in the house, how many people here have used candle in their, in the last day of January? How many people here use candle in their house in the whole of January? Nobody. And the people that use it in church, it's even ceremonial, it's not every day. It's once in a while. And you want to go and learn making candle. Should become a papa. Because you are setting a goal that is not relevant. In the era where solar lights, solar lamp, àti kékeré àti àgbàgbé tó máa gbé sórí roof ẹ tí wàá tó máa pa tó máa tán lọ́pọ̀ lálẹ́ wọ́n ló fẹ́ lọ lẹ́yìn kándì ìyá kọ́ ló lẹ́yìn jẹ́ yẹn. That is where talking about relevance. So when you are setting a goal, make sure it's relevant. Relevant to yourself, to your community, your immediate environment, and then the bigger picture. The local government, the state, the country, then outside the country. And that's why for travel for us, it's a relevant goal. How do we know it's relevant? How do we know people need what we are creating in travel? How many days does it took us to fill travel group with 1,000 plus people? 3 days. 3 days, 1,000 people joined travel group. 3 days, 1,000. You know how much 1,000 is? You may not really understand how much is 1,000, but the best way to understand it is if you go to Adibayi market, you go to Adibayi bus stop, and 1,000 people gather. That is the way to leader. You know 1,000. That is the number of people that join travel group in 3 days because they want what we are selling. We will not put them. They join themselves. Relevant. Make sure your goal is relevant. Time is going and it's a rush. And what's the last word for the smart? The T. Make sure it's time bound. Some people send endless goals. You know example of endless goals. Some people have it. This one change. I want to. Me and I say my goal financial. So what's your financial goal? Wait, why I want to be a billionaire? What's that? That's endless goal. That's what they go. So for more time, too much billionaire. So we're just working. So what's your financial goal? How much money you have? Plenty. What's plenty? Endless goal. Time bound. Your goal must be time bound. How much money you want to have? 5 million. When? In 3 months. In 5 months. In 12 months. Time bound. Specific and time bound. Oh, in 5 years' time, I want to have achieved so and so. In 10 years' time, I must have achieved this and this. Time bound. Time bound. And that is how you set a smart and achievable goal. Using the SMART formula. S is what? Remind me. Specific. M. Make us measurable. A. make sure it's achievable. And R, make sure it's relevant. Don't mind millennium candle in 2025. And T, time bound. Don't set endless goals. Goals still the time. Anytime we achieve it, we achieve it. That's where it goes. That's where it goes. So your activity, write one goal and check if it meets the SMART criteria. So what is your goal for 2025? Write it down. You can do it now, you can do it when you get home, but do it for your own good. Write down your goal, right? And then begin to check it with the SMART formula. This goal is good for you. Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it relevant? Is it time bound? Check. And then you will know whether you are smart or not, or whether your goal is smart or not. When you finish checking, you will know by yourself. Nobody will tell you, except you don't check. Except you don't check. And last, second to the last, rather, your 2025 game plan. One of my mentors said something, which he has started saying since last year. That 2025, like 2024, 2020, the past next 6 years, majorly we see, is a bed year. You know what they mean by bed year? The next 5 years, majorly, because let's remove the one that I've done. The next 5 years is a bad year for everybody. I'm saying the next 5 years, that's 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030. We're already in 2025, so 2025 to 2030, the next 5 years, is a bad year. Do you remember the famous quote about beds? BED, he said, as you lay your bed, so you lie on it. So that's what they mean by 25 is a bed year, like the next 5 years. Meaning, as you lay 2025 bed, that is how you rely on it in 2026. But beyond 2026, this is the deeper part. As you lay your bed, between 2025 to 2030, the next 5 years, so shall you lie on it for the rest of your life. That's the whole agenda by the bed year. Because everything will change from 2030. Because add 5 years, no matter the age you are here in this room, add 5 years to your age. You are growing. Everybody is growing in this room. You are not old. I'm going now. How old are you now? If you add 5 years, how old? 20. Your mama at 20.
Táwa kan ti fẹ́ máa jẹun ọmọ ń gbà yẹn.
A ti máa jẹ one more. How old is Daniel now? 70. Add 5 years, 70. You are 27, you are Baba. Maybe you are not 3 children. You are fast. Oh, you are 22.
You will be 22.
No, how old now?
17.
22. Oh, yeah, I'm old. What? You are fast. Because in the next 5 years, you have been done with your BSc program, right? You have been done with university in 5 years. If your boyfriend is not fast, you are married. If he is not slow, rather, and you should not be too fast. But after university, you are starting work, and you are thinking, Everybody's, you are old. Okay, now leave the people who are in Gen Alpha, which 2025 started another era. You know, we are millennials. On Gen Z, you are Gen Alpha, 15, 17, Gen Alpha, in 20s are the Gen Z. 2025, Gen Beta starts. So, Boba the Village General 2025, they are Gen Beta. And you Gen Beta. So, new generation from 2025 will tell you that the world order, everything is going to be changing. And this Gen Beta, children that will be given birth to from 2025, their life will be completely different from even the Gen Alphas or progress of Gen Z. Life as they know it will be different. Progress of our millennials, are they baby boomers? Baby boomers generation like you are. It will be completely different. So, 5 years, all of you, all the Gen Zs, you see that in 5 years time, you're no more Gen Z. Putting their road. If you have not crossed 30, you are close to 30. So it's a bad year in the sense that what you do in the next 5 years matters a lot. What you do with your time, your goals, your resources, with the next 5 years of your life literally guides what you do with the rest of your life. It's that important, and that has been a message that one of my mentors, Olakosori, have been pushing at me, that the best years are here. Don't joke with it. Do things that are daring. Know what you want, first of all, then pursue it with all your power and might to make sure you achieve it. Because 5 years from now, it will be a different ball game. It will be a different ball game in the sense that, like I said, distraction and procrastination, what it does, it makes things the longer, it becomes more difficult to achieve. Now, what order will change, and then achieving certain goals and dreams becomes even more technical. So those who have positioned themselves in this 5 years era will simply be the slave masters of those who have refused to position themselves. So in the next 5 years, underdogs will be right. You are underdogs, a nobody. Wow, that guy from nowhere, oh, daddy, and you begin to hear his name. Underdogs will rise in the next 5 years. Companies will emerge. Why? Because look at the big names we have now. The big people who are doing big things. Add 5 years to their years. They will whistle out. It's not they are retired completely or they are dead. Meaning they will be replaced. Not by anybody, but by those who have prepared themselves within the next 5 years to take up those positions. Because definitely people in powers, in position in offices, within the next 5 years will retire or die completely. And new people will need to take up those positions. And when I say people in power position, it's cut across boards. Musicians will retire. New ones will arise and take up. Actors will retire or die. New ones will emerge and take up. New faces. Celebrities will retire or die. New ones will emerge and take positions. Content creators will emerge. New ones will retire. Fashionistas will emerge and retire. New ones will emerge. Politicians, old ones will retire or die. New ones will emerge. Across all, even the ministries, the big fathers in the Lord will either retire or die. New sons in the Lord will arise. Across sectors, across all. But people don't just arise because somebody that is dead died or retire. somebody arises in a new position because he or she has been preparing himself to take over. Because they don't handle these things to people. It's not biscuit. You take over by preparation and readiness. You take over by preparation and readiness. And that's where your 2025 game plan comes in. Breaking big dreams into actionable steps. Breaking big dreams into actionable steps. Let me take it back to Ada who wanted to travel out that I've been talking about since. We've talked about our limitations, resources, our distractions and doubts, social media. We're 2025 for another or somebody related to Ada here. Imagine Ada sits down with January to go on websites, use Google or ChatGPT to check out countries that offer low school fees or travel routes. List 5 to 10 of them. Knows how much they will cost. Then Ada gets a job plus a side hustle to start saving some amount of money for the next 6 months of the year. And then by July, 6 months is in and out, Ada has gathered few money. And then possibly the money is enough, or Ada decides to go for a lower budget to gain the money she has saved, or Ada approaches a company like Travel or some other bigger companies who assist, who have contact with travel loan companies, and said, this is the amount I have. Not, I don't have anything. Come and give me gold. It's different though. I don't have anything. As you're looking at me, hey, they're going to travel. Come and pay for me. But this is the amount I have. What can your company do to add to it for me to achieve my travel goal? There are companies who offer loans to help achieve travel goals. To help achieve travel goals and plans. There are companies strategically positioned for that. But you need to show your commitment before they will respond. So imagine Ada spend January researching, spend the next 6 months to save and gather little by little, and then the 7th month approaches a company like ours, say, I have this amount, and this also amount more. And then Ada has gets additional loans to what she has. By the end of 2025, Ada will travel. Because of strategic planning, not wishful thinking, not dreaming, not sharing that school, not talking about travel. I have dreams to travel, I have plans to travel. No. But through a solid roadmap and plan, Ada will travel by December. Let's say August, September, later December. With proper planning. Proper planning. What can you do like Ada? I don't know what your goals are, but this I know. Every goal in life has a small point where it can start from. Every goal. Whether your goal is to climb the tallest mountain in the world, Kilimanjaro, if that's your goal, that people have that goal. Climb the tallest mountain, Kilimanjaro. If that's your goal, there's a small place to start. Because I did the plan, do more of it. One more of it. And then take picture. Put yourself on this camera. Kilimanjaro will have to watch to go more of it. Then head to Abuja, one Suma Rock. Take pictures, take video. After you go Suma Rock, although Kilimanjaro is available. Then you also know, like my neighbor believe you are not. You are orúkọ ìdókò fúláì. Go there, go and climb one rock, cover it. Orúkọ ẹ̀. Ìlọrin ìlú. Go and climb Ìlọrin ìlú. Take video, upload it. Àtúntì gun Ìlọrin ìlú. Although Kilimanjaro na very good. Don't forget the main goal, but take the small steps. That's the idea. By the time you climb 5 to 10 small mountains, I swear to God, it's what has happened. Indomie or where Dangote cement, they will tell you, we've seen your this Monday. Oh yeah, we'll sponsor your trip to Kilimanjaro. We'll pay for the flight. Your 2-week stay in Kilimanjaro. Your 2-month trip to there, the flight will take care of it. Your feeding, we'll pay for it. We'll sponsor your expedition to climb Kilimanjaro. You see sponsor. But if you stay inside your house and in your street, then you are sure about Kilimanjaro. There is active enjoyment. There is tell everybody on your street. Be posting it on Facebook every day. And we climb Kilimanjaro every day of the life. You not even climb, you not leave your street. And that's the beauty of attacking goals from the small place. The beauty of attacking goals from the small place. You want to have a travel company, transportation company. You start small by riding bike. But you know the big picture. You have the plan. Because I want to buy transportation now, child. But I'm in bus, I'm in 10 bus. It's very important actually. You can't override, especially for every dreamer out there. So, what is your small place? Give yourself the next 90 days. It's interesting that today is the last day in January. So we have February, March, April, 90 days. Let's go with 90 days. But we call this the 90-day action plan. And what do you do in these 90 days? You write your goal and list the small steps that you can take for 90 days, every day for 90 days, in achieving that goal. Not big steps, small steps that things you can do every day for 90 days to achieve your big goal. You write it out. And if you're able to be disciplined enough to carry out that 90-day plan, you will realize that after 90 days, your goal activation process becomes optimal. You don't struggle for the process anymore. You put yourself in an autopilot mode after that 90 days. Consistent 90 days. You don't stop. If it's content creation, you create like anybody here that knows NAS baby. NAS, nobody. NAS baby. He's an Indian boy that is based in Dubai. I know NAS when I was in Dubai. He used to work with a logistics company. He was 1.5 years in the company in job. Then one day, 1st of the year, like 1st of January, or I can't remember the year, he said, I will create 1-minute video of myself talking about anything that is interesting to me every day for the next 100 days. Every day for the next 100 days. 1 minute video, 60 seconds, every day for 100 days. I will not miss any. And I'll call it NAS Day. His name is NAS. By the time he hits 90 days, the guy Facebook page has really popped. Today, go and check NAS Day. last day with over 100 staffs. All they do is content, video creation. Now, it's still last day, but it's not the only one doing the video now. He now has a lot of content. He now has a lot of content creation, creating videos along with him now. And they are not just creating video in one room, like he started with 100 days. You will see him, they are in US today, they are doing video in US. Next day they are in Canada. Next day they are traveling anywhere in the world to meet people to shoot video. And it's 1 million people. So this is billionaire, it's not what he's interviews people now. Check him online. Interesting videos, short, precise, and catchy and interesting. When it started with him making a decision that for the next 100 days, I'm creating video, I will not stop. Every day, whether the video is edited, whether it's not edited, whether it's fine, I must post one video a day for 100 days. And that is in line with the law of consistency. And God, you see what I have to do in this year. The direction will be one thing. How many applications have you submitted? Almost 10 applications have you submitted. Like 10. Because if you say you are looking for work and you submit 300 to 500 applications, go to the number 200. Who wants to buy it now? You need to buy it now and there. Consistency breaks both natural and unnatural laws to make things happen. And this is still I want. Come with me and you keep pressing that thing and eating like it will happen. That's why AP and PK said, even courses, say, honey, don't show them what she could do. What if you die, you will really die. Then you run, you walk a year ago, but that tell you. Because courses does not just fight of its own effect. If somebody curses you, the curse needs a cooperation in you that was caused for it to have maximum effects. The cause must connect with something in you to take effect. Empower us. It's like the story I had from Apostle Lazarus, which I love. And he told 2 guys. He called one of them and said, "You will." I will round up with this story and just jump to the last conclusion. He said, they went to see Baba with 2 friends. And Baba said, "Are you?" When I check, whatever it is they check, they find out. I see your destiny is big. You become a strong person, a big man. That's what I see in your destiny. You become big, you become strong. People will, respect you, honor you. In fact, like a ruler. People will. So that's what I see in your future. He was happy. The guy started jumping from the street. They say I'll be big. They say I'll be big. I've had this. Nothing will happen. It will not very big. Then the friend, the man said, this is not good. What I'm saying is bad. So what are you saying about? Bóyá ìdílé ìyá ni o, bóyá ìdílé bàbá ni àmọ́ ọmọ o lè lè tẹ ọ. Kò sí bó ṣe lè try ìdílé. Me, I will not make it go. With anger, with bitterness, with sadness, the guy left the city, went to one village. Just to go and put himself far from people. We are going to get to where I say, go to the room. He went to one very inside, no houses, maybe there or and he was there. After like a week or two there, he realizes in a large mass, abandoned large mass, where he has been doing for, and he's been there for like almost a month there. Then he started planting, cultivating the land, like the wild time. Plant this, plant that, and he keep doing that. Planting. Meanwhile, the friend who might be gbogbo street yẹn ti ń announce fún pé wọ́n ní màá gbé ìrìnsẹ̀ ọba lọ́la lẹ̀ ó yìí àyàmẹ̀wùlà ó ń announce pé àdúgbò yìí. Meanwhile, the yẹn lọ́ọ́ ti ṣe pé fún pé òun ìgbà fún ti ń gbé nǹkan. And then there was inflation, economic meltdown, like we're having now. Food are expensive. Rate of value from maybe 500 to how much now? Same thing happened, like we're having now. And there is need for food in the city. If somebody has locked himself away for like 2-3 years, just farming. And then his farm produce became an item that is needed in the city. They called for him, they got his produce, they repackaged it, they opened an office for him in the city. He's supplying, just sending it. You don't have to come. If you don't come, you can remain in that farm that you are. But we have an office for you here. Supply us. We sell, we repackage, we sell, we send you your own part of the money, we take our own part of the money. This guy became not a millionaire, a fucking billionaire. As a farmer. But what to announce we should go on Mila. Where would you Mila? No. What if we Mila? Mila. Come on, I'm going to need a gun. Come on. You see like one, you want like one. Now, position in here. And you must have some certain qualities and experience to achieve that position. And why do you go? I don't know, who's this? When Oba can get a gun to go, who I shall also or red, only position you will never become anything. You ended up become a worker under the king. Quote unquote. Meaning, causes really a pronouncement. Anybody can cause anything to pronounce it. But for it to take effect on who was caused, there must be a cooperation from you that was caused with the cause that was released. So, meaning you still have that power. And I think the best explanation to this is that decision still determines destiny. DDD. Decision still determines destiny. And lastly, as I round up, setting goals, setting 90 days action plan, using the SMART, setting smart, realistic, reachable, everything, setting all of these things does not really guarantee that the goal will become goal. And that's why the number 5 is essential. You need unstoppable confidence. Why? That is the only way you can stay motivated and resilient. Because things will always not go your way. I don't care who you are, I don't care who you know or what you do. There are 365 days in a year. You will not experience 365 good days in a year. I don't care, even Dangote, even Baba Deboye. Even Baba Deboye. Even Tinubu, the president. No, that was So I don't care who you are, there are 365 days in a year. You cannot experience 365 good days in a year. No. You will have bad days. It's a must. It's a law. It's nature. It's human. Good and bad are our natural occurrences. Meaning the goals you set, the plans you have in view will not naturally begin to happen for you because you planned them. You will knock on doors where you want your dreams to be open, and those doors will refuse to open, or they open and shut it at your face. You will bid for projects and they will reject you for the project. You will do jobs, pay money, and they will not deliver. And to refund money will be a problem. I'm sharing testimony. You will deliver jobs with passion. You will sew clothes for customer, find clothes, and they will refuse to pay you for the service. Even though you will deliver, things won't always go your way. That's the reality. You will not be happy 365 days in a year. In fact, let me shock you. The numbers of the days you will be sad out of the 365 days will be higher than the number of the days you will be happy. Well, you can argue if you want, but that's the reality. It's the reality. Because naturally, humans thrive in chaos. We want problem. If you are laughing from January 1st to December 31st, you know, I'm doing every day, 1st to 31st, every month. You are laughing every day. You will call yourself and say, am I okay? You will be suspecting yourself. If you go on vacation, and everybody wants to go on vacation, I mean, so who doesn't like vacation? Like a trip to Dubai, 7 days, go on to Dubai, I will go. Everybody wants to go on vacation. But have you seen anybody who says, vacation you do, then vacation 1 year? It's impossible, because by the time you enter 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, you start getting bored. Because it's a vacation, you're on a routine. So you have fun, you eat, you do friends, what do you do? Next day, you have fun, go to another vacation. Okay, can you be having fun, going, greeting friends every day for 1 year? So, even the holidays you create to have fun and relax, 7 days, 8 days, 10 days into it, you are tired. You want to go back to problem, your work. You want to work. You want problem. So we thrive in chaos. We want stress. Because if we don't want stress, can you sleep in bed for 1 week non-stop? Say, okay, no stress, life, no problem, sleep. Okay, it's never ready. So we thrive in chaos. And as such, you have to embrace the confidence that will help you scale through the resilience of life. You need to stay resilient, you need to stay motivated. And it is that unstoppable confidence that can help you achieve that as a person. Ada again, for example, after applying for all the visa, she may get visa rejection, visa denial. It's possible. You can apply for all the visa you want and still get denied, like the consulate or embassy. But you don't stop because of that. You still push further. You push further regardless. You keep applying for job, they keep rejecting, but you keep applying. Resilient spirit. So, what do you do to stay resilient, to stay winning? Visualize success daily. Visualize the things you desire, visualize the things you want, and celebrate your small wins. When you achieve something small, celebrate it. No matter how small, celebrate it. It will help you towards your journey of the big wins. It will help you towards your journey for the big wins. So, Quickly, we've run through 5 things to help us achieve our goal in 2025. Number 1 is overcoming mental barriers, limitations. Number 2 is clarity and focus, engage it. Number 3, effective goal setting, practice it. The number 1, overcoming mental barriers. Identify and challenge limiting beliefs that hold you back. Identify them, challenge them. Number 2, clarity and focus. Learn to cut distraction and stay committed to your goals in 2025. Number 3, effective goal setting. Use smart goals. We'll discuss it to create meaningful and achievable goals. Number 4, actionable roadmap, which we'll discuss. Develop a clear step-by-step plan for 2025. And number 5, confidence and resilience. You have to be resilient. People will reject you. People will say no to what you ask for. But keep asking until you get a yes. Build the mindset to face rejection and setbacks. And keep moving forward towards your goal. Dream it, plan it, achieve it. In conclusion, write down one commitment that you will take within the next 24 hours towards your goal for 2025. Just one thing. Simple, small, but one thing. Oh, this I will do towards achieving my goal in 2025. Write it down, take action towards it. Thank you for listening to me for the past how many hours?